All right, I'm still waiting on a bunch of people, but y'all can go ahead and go to Google Classroom. There's lots of stuff out there. Go ahead and read over it and look at your warm up. Yeah, I'm ready for this warm up to happen. And then it can get cold one more time and snow, and then I'll be ready for it to be over. Once you finish, just go ahead and fill in that keyboarding tracker so you don't have to worry about it anymore this week. Those of y'all that are finished typing, everybody else that's typing, just keep going. Just listen. What do y'all think about going back? Are y'all scared? Are you excited? Do you want to go back if it's not what it normally looks like? You know, what if they only send half people at a time? Or I know a lot of schools are you'd stay in your one classroom all day and then all the teachers rotate to you. I don't know when we're going back, Carson, but I mean, kindergarten started this week, so I guess eventually it's going to happen. They didn't decide a date, Luca, but they've just been, talking about it, and I don't know. Do you think, I mean, I know like most schools that go back have the option to stay home if they want to. But if they keep doing like they're doing, like they started kindergarten this week or last week, and they're doing 2 weeks, and then they'll start first grade and they'll phase them in for 2 weeks. Yeah, and then I know same thing, Sebastian. Some of them that already open had to close because I don't know. We go to all the work to open it back up, and then just 2 weeks later we got to close again. I'm the same, Roger. I do and I don't. And really, I'm fine doing, like in the old days when I first started teaching there, we had I would teach just 5th grade for a quarter, then just 6th grade, then just 7th grade, then just 8th grade. But you only had a quarter instead of a whole semester like we do now. I mean, I would be fine to go back to that if they wanted to rotate, because then y'all would just be stuck in your class all day. But then, I mean, do y'all really want to do that? Is that better than staying home? I don't know. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and go over what's in Google Classroom right now, and then we'll get started. All right, so you just had a 2-minute warm up and a 1 minute. So make sure you got the right ones in there. Go ahead and update that thing so you don't have to think about it. And I can throw some 100s at you on Sunday night. Monday, we watched a motivational video with the old kid president, which made me super happy. And then today, we're going to watch a video on why spreadsheets are so awesome. I love this video. Oh, I just tried to make y'all go away. Look at there, Baby Holmes is coming in. Where you been, Baby Holmes? All right, Michael Holmes, you can wait and do your warm up at the end of class, but don't forget to do it and don't forget to update your keyboarding tracker, okay? We are about to watch another video for this week.
I've been obsessed with belts for a long time. I wear a belt every day, and there was like 3 things that always drove me crazy about belts.
Good grammar and spelling are important, but if you want to write essays that inspire,
Love Grammarly.
Well, before we get started, I want to take a second and talk about why I think spreadsheets are so awesome. Now, rest assured, if you are dying to dive into spreadsheets and you don't want to hear me talk about why spreadsheets are so awesome, you can safely skip this video and you're not going to miss anything essential, I promise you. So go ahead and do that if you need to. But I think spreadsheets are really, really awesome. And it's kind of a weird thing to say. It's not because I'm a huge geek, and even though I'm kind of am a geek, it's not because of that. It's actually because I actually think that spreadsheets are really awesome. They let you offload that boring administrative calculations, all that kind of really, really boring work. It lets you offload all of that to a computer, okay? And when you offload, because here's the thing, we're not really good at calculations. Human beings are not that good at doing calculations. They're certainly not good at doing calculations in their head, okay? I mean, unless you are an actual human calculator, which actually was a thing in like the 19th and early 20th century, believe it or not, that actually was a real thing. But for most normal people, we're not really good at keeping all this information in our heads. We're not good at doing calculation and math in our heads, and we're not good at organizing lots of data in our head. We're not really that great at it. Computers, on the other hand, are super, super good at that, okay? And spreadsheets in particular are one of the easiest tools that we can use to get a computer to organize stuff for us, okay? The trick is just getting through that learning curve so that you can learn how to use a spreadsheet effectively. What are we good at that computers aren't good at? We are good at creativity and imagination and all that fun stuff. And plus, that's kind of the fun stuff too, right? Like that's the stuff that we enjoy doing. So my philosophy is this: why not have a computer do all the stuff we're not good at, like the boring administrative calculation work, and use our brains for more of the fun stuff, right? Fun. Maybe not too much fun, but like all the fun kind of creativity and problem solving stuff and all that stuff that makes us human, okay? Computers cannot do that, but we can do that. And so let's focus on doing that. Now, the reason I love spreadsheets is because spreadsheets are just a great mechanism to allow us to take advantage of what computers are good at and at the same time focus our energies as humans on the stuff that we are good at, which is imagination. And I know that sounds kind of weird, right? Because most people think of spreadsheets as being like this, this one of the most boring business applications there is, but I don't see it that way. I see spreadsheets as actually being incredibly empowering. And I really hope that by the end of this course you do too. So that's my goal. It's a very lofty goal, I admit, but I hope that you feel the same way by the end of this course. So that's it. That's the end of my lecture on why I think spreadsheets are so awesome. In the next in the next video, I'm going to talk about what you need to get started, okay, in learning spreadsheets, what you need to get started and what you need to be able to be successful in this course. And then we're going to take it from there. We're going to dive right into learning how to use spreadsheets. So thank you so much for listening to this. I hope that this was helpful to you, and I will catch you in the next video.
See, so I know, I even thought about it, Daniel, watching the stand-up comedy routine. I haven't watched the whole thing yet. I mean, some of it's funny, but Maybe we'll get to that, because here's another thing that I found out yesterday. We're out Wednesday, we're out Friday for teacher work day, we're out Wednesday for Veterans Day, and then normally we're just out Wednesday, Thursday, Friday for Thanksgiving, but on the calendar now they have Tuesday as no live instruction day. So, I mean, I teach the same, whatever I teach on Monday, I teach on Tuesday. So that means we have to think of something fun to do on that Monday when y'all are with me, because I won't be teaching y'all anything new since I won't have my Tuesday people the next day. So I don't know why they're doing that. It just says no live instruction on Tuesday and like a makeup work day. So I don't know. I bet you do have a great YouTube video we can watch, Roger. Not this coming Monday, the Monday before Thanksgiving. All right. So anyway, I thought that video was fun. It just talks about how, you know, people are creative and you need to let spreadsheets do the boring work for you. So that's, you know, basically the gist of it. You need to let the computer do the work. So we've learned all these cool tricks on how to make it do the work. So now that's what we're going to do on your own, right? So just a couple of things left in Google Classroom. All right, so let me bring you back up here. Today we're going to finalize that spreadsheet from slide 9. So it's already saved in your Google Drive account. Don't open a new one on top of it. And once we finish, you'll create your own spreadsheet on sheet 2. So that's what we'll be doing at the end of class today. In this sheet, I have exactly what you're going to need in your second sheet that you're going to create today. So you'll need to have this up so you can see. You're going to come up with the information. It could be whatever information you want, but clearly you're going to need to have some numbers in it. So it's totally up to you what you want to put in there. And you're going to need at least 4 columns of information. At least 2 of those columns are going to have to include numbers, because you're going to have to either write a formula or make a function. So you're going to have at least 2 different functions, and those are not, they can't be functions that are just copied down or copied across. You have to have 2 separate ones. You need to have 1 relative formula, but what I mean by that is just a regular formula that you can copy down and it changes as you copy it. And then you need to have 1 absolute formula, which is what we did Monday. What day is it? Who knows? Today we're going to do conditional formatting real quick in slide 11 that we worked on together. And you'll need to have at least 1 chart. So that's everything that you're going to put in your new spreadsheet today. All right, so we're going to go ahead and go back to, let's see, where's the spreadsheet? That's for 6th grade. Maybe it's over here. All right, so again, this is in your Google Drive already. We did all this stuff the other day. And so at the end of class on Monday, I told you to go ahead and go in and format. You can change your numbers to currency. You can, you know, color it in. The only thing I told you to do was to leave the numbers white. Don't color those in, because we're about to do some conditional formatting today as soon as my computer starts reconnecting. All right, so conditional formatting is basically like a baby chart inside your cells. So like when we create a chart, what a chart does is it visually represents what's happening with whatever part of the spreadsheet we want to show off. Conditional formatting can help us see numbers. They'll make numbers stand out in a column. So like, let's say, for example, I want to look at all the numbers that are under the food section, and I want to choose a conditional format. I would highlight all those numbers, B5 through B8, and then you go to Format at the top. And if you go all the way down, you'll see the words conditional formatting. Whenever conditional formatting comes up, it says, okay, cool, what do you want to do to it? We've got apply to the range, which I've already highlighted, B5 through B8. And then it says format the cells if they're not empty. If they are empty, if the text contains this, if the text does not contain this, if it starts with whatever. So they have all these cool options for you. If the date is this, if it's greater than, if it's less than, if it's equal to, blah, 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 blah. So you have all those choices there. And then what you can do is you can go in and color them in. So if I wanted to say if the number for food is greater than and then I would choose the number 35. If the number is greater than 35, then I can go in, I can either make it bold, I can make it italics, I can underline it, I can change the text color, or I can change the fill color, which is normally what I like to do. So, and then you don't even have to hit done, it automatically did it for me. So then you can see right here, it changed anything that was greater than 35, and it put a color in there. See, conditional formats are so rad. All right, I am going to, I don't want to add another one. I'm going to delete that one. Oh, it came right up and I didn't click on it. So there's a little delete button when you do it, or you can hit right there, remove rule. See that? And it goes away. There's other things you can do too. If I highlight B5 through B8, or sorry, C5 through C8 for movies, if I want to put a conditional format in, this time I'm going to go over here. There's two different tabs. You've got single color and color scale. This time I'm going to use color scale. This one's my favorite. We're going to apply to range C5, and the default automatically makes your highest number the lightest color and your lowest number the darkest color. You can change that to different numbers. You can change the color. It's pretty cool. You can also change it to max value instead of default, and then you hit done. So it's like automatically now I know, without having to make a chart or anything, that 65 is my highest number. And I automatically know by looking at that, without having to look at any of the numbers, I already know that 15 is my lowest number. So those are called color scales. So you have ones that you can make, get rid of that rule, hold that thought. And you just hit your little remove rule button. So with the conditional format, you have two options. A single color, if it's like equal or, you know, whatever, less than, equal to, whatever, or you can just do a color scale where it automatically will change the color for you and highlight different colors. And that way, it just makes it stand out a little bit, you know, so you can see your information better. And that's it. That's a conditional format. It's super easy, but they're really cool. So like if you were sending this to your boss or sending this to whoever and they wanted to, you know, highlight the lowest numbers for the month, then you could do that really quickly so they could see it. So all that's under format and conditional formatting, lots of cool stuff down there. All right, so we're gonna go back to sheet 2, and I don't know if any of y'all started sheet 2 on Monday, but the hardest part is trying to figure out what you want to use. Now, we've done everything here that you need in your sheet, except we didn't make a chart, but y'all know how charts work. I'll just make a chart real quick so you can see it. Insert chart. But in this spreadsheet, we've got conditional format. We have a absolute reference formula. Let me move him out of the way and make him smaller. We have I'm just going to move y'all so I can see everything. We have a regular formula right here, just a normal formula. And then we have an absolute reference formula. And then we have several different functions. We have sum, average, max, and min. And you can format it however you would like. So everything that's in this chart is what you'll basically need in your new spreadsheet. But the hardest part is for you guys to figure out what you want to put in that spreadsheet. Once you realize what you want to put in that spreadsheet, then everything that you need to do, you can look back at the old one, okay? Baby Holmes already knows what he's doing. All right, so we have about 30 minutes. So I want y'all to use class time today to get this spreadsheet finished and get everything that you need in it. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna keep Google Classroom open so you can see everything that I'm asking for, that I put in Google Classroom on the stream right here. So again, in this sheet, you'll need at least 4 columns of information, 2 different functions, 1 relative formula, 1 absolute formula, and conditioning formatting in at least 1 column, and then 1 chart. All right? So however y'all want to make that happen. Anybody got any questions before you get started? All right. Again, like I said, the hardest part is just figuring out what you want to put in there. Because y'all got the rest of this. Y'all got this. Oh, it's behind right there. The second sheet, Roger, you are going, oh, did you submit yours, Daniel? Let me check. I didn't think I saw any in there. Roger, you're making your own spreadsheet in spreadsheet 2. So you've got to come up with what you want to put in there. I do have some people. All right, so the 3 of y'all, I'm sending this back to you. Oh, I'll zoom out. Too many things happening. So you can edit it. So this new spreadsheet will go on sheet 2. All right, there you go. You should have it back now. Then once you finish sheet 2 today, then you're going to turn it in, okay? I was going to put you guys in breakout rooms to do this, but I figured if somebody has a question, then it's much easier for me to just answer it in front of all of y'all. So, you know, and you've got the other one to look back on, so shouldn't be too bad. If anybody wants me to check theirs and just look over it, let me know. I can pull them up. Are you finished, Roger? You turned yours in? All right, CB, I'll pull it up right now. That looks good, CB. You just need some conditional formatting and a chart. And then you'll be done. Just look back at your first sheet, Roger. Get some ideas. Make sure you're looking at your Google Classroom and make sure you've got everything that you need on there. All right, Daniel, check yours. All right, we got about 1 minute left. Daniel, if I see anything, I'll send you a message, okay? If anybody wants me to check it, you can just send me an email or you can just turn it in and I'll check it and see if you're missing anything. But just make sure you get it done by Sunday night at midnight and make sure you got everything in there that I'm asking for. And basically just look back at your first sheet and you'll see everything that we did. But Daniel, I'll check yours and see if I see anything. All right, I'll see y'all next week. Bye.